So I went to the University of Colorado. I got a fine arts degree from there. Um, it's interesting. It wasn't until I went to university that I realized I wanted to do stone sculpture. I actually had to take a sculpture class. Had always done painting and drawing, but had no idea that I wanted to do sculpture. But once I got introduced to stone, I found the thing that I was really passionate about, and so it sort of took off from there. So once I graduated from the University of Colorado, I went to Japan and worked in the stone quarries there. I was there over a year and actually did a couple of major projects over there. I did a large sculpture project for the city hall on a little island called Shodoshima, and also did another monumental sculpture for the Kusaka Bay ferry terminal. So that's pretty much my art education. Well, well, life is so interesting because you don't know what you're going to really connect with. So I find that when once I was introduced to stone, that somehow everything resolved. Let's say as a painter and a drawer, that for me there was always things that were unresolved in terms of how I wanted to express myself. But once I found the stone, it seemed like the way I wanted to express myself just came very natural, and it just had a deep affinity for the stone. I love the material. And also, too, what's really interesting about sculpture is the physical aspect. When I was drawing and painting, especially with the painting, I got into super realism. So you're working on a very small area for a long period of time. And it limits your physicality. So once I found the sculpture, it just seemed like it used all of me. Physically and mentally, I was just totally involved in my art. It's interesting because, let's say, the aesthetics in my art is I'm just going for the essence of what do I want to express. But interesting, it's like just sort of getting down to that essence. It seems like this sort of goes hand in hand with, I think, the Japanese sensibility and a reverence for natural materials. So that's usually the way I'm working my material. Also, too, it's philosophically, I love the idea of using the natural skin of the granite and then refining it so that we have this contrast. And philosophically, I believe, a dynamic life has contrast. There's the ups and then the downs. And so for me, I want to represent that in my stone.